welcome to the Scott Show. I do want to apologize for that opening. I think the computer has been through a lot tonight, having to deal with the Scott Show live with Scott and Kyle, the primetime show tonight. So, yeah. It's one of those things, folks, that when you do these shows, sometimes the computer just messes up with you. Technical difficulties. There you go. So, yeah. Alright. So we're going to do the Smackdown Recap show. Just a heads up, it is 9:17 at night, just right after Smackdown. I do want to give you guys a shout out to everyone who watched Smackdown and watches this afterwards. I did not get to see a lot of Smackdown. So, there you go. So that's just what it is. Tonight's SmackDown opens with the roster on the stage, just with Vince and everybody doing the moment of silence. I want to give WWE a special shout out for that, because it just meant that both rosters were equal. I thought that was really cool. Normally they just do one thing on Raw and then don't do it on SmackDown. So that was really, really cool. I was really excited. Renee Young comes out for an interview. She introduced her guest, and that is the artist, the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura comes out, just says, sticks and stones break my bones, words will never hurt me, I'm going to be the WWE champion. And then out come the Singh brothers, and they introduce Jinder, and then Jinder beats up Nakamura, and they pose over Nakamura's body with the belt. Now, I hope to God that means that Nakamura is going to win at Hell in a Cell, but we'll just have to see what happens. And then it was Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch against Carmella and Natalya. Now, these are two out of the four horsewomen in the WWE teaming up. Now, if you remember on Raw, they had Sasha and Bayley team up. So it's kind of funny that you have both sets of the horsewomen teaming up on either show. Carmella makes her entrance with James Ellsworth, bringing him on that short leash that they have him on now. I don't get that, and I don't really care for James Ellsworth. I really want to go back and see Enzo, Cass, and Carmella together as a trio. I think that worked. I would love to see Big Cass say, "Hey, you finally found your fire, Enzo Amore. Now you're a champion. I'm sorry for what I did. Let's all get together." And that'd be a great heel tag team. I really think they would do a good job, and it would get him off of 205 Live after he just pretty much crapped all over it. So Natalya and Carmella ended up winning that match against Charlotte and Becky. Like I said, I just really want to see Carmella do something with that Money in the Bank. I'm glad that she didn't at the same time that Baron Corbin did, because that would really look stupid. So the Usos are going to read the New Day their rights, but before that we get Mike Kanellis coming out against Bobby Roode. Now, Mike Kanellis has kind of been out a little bit. His wife, Maria, is pregnant, so we have two babies coming up here in the WWE shortly. And Bobby Roode wins very, very fast. And now I don't know if Mike Kanellis is ever going to get his win back from Bobby Roode. I hope not. But for Mike, that would be, glorious. I had to make that joke. Dolph Ziggler comes out and interrupts, and they talk about entrances and stuff like that. And Dolph Ziggler uses something that Bruce Pritchard says on his show all the time. Talks about when the bell rings, it's game on. So that's going to be an interesting match. I'm very much looking forward to that. The Usos and the New Day, they face off a little bit. They have their last face off before they go at it in Hell in a Cell. I'm quite interested to see what will happen when they fight and who exactly from the New Day is going to wrestle in that match. So, there you go. Jinder does a backstage promo in Punjabi. He talks about what happened to Shinsuke Nakamura. and talks about what's going to happen on Sunday. So it will be a very interesting pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell live taping from Detroit, Michigan. Check that out. Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin have a little bit of a match, and Ty wins with a roll-up out of nowhere. Now, I really don't know where they're going with having Ty Dillinger win this match this week, but having Baron Corbin in the match on Sunday. Are they going to add Ty into the match, making it a triple threat? Who knows? We do know that the Kickoff Show match is Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable against the Hype Bros. I really hope the winner of that match gets a big time push. That would be really cool. So there you go. They did come out with the Susan G. Komen group. Brought out 3 women who were survivors from breast cancer and gave them the custom pink women's title belts, just like they did on Raw again. It was great how they did that because it makes Raw and SmackDown look the same. So I was really kind of happy to see that happen. There you go. And it happened, and now the ropes, at least one of the ropes is pink. Now, Aiden English faced off against Randy Orton. Rusev said on Sunday after he wins it's going to be Happy Rusev Day. But Randy Orton beats Aiden English. And it's going to be quite interesting. I'm just wondering how that match is going to go. I don't want to see Orton win. I want to see Rusev win this match. And then finally, before the ending segment comes up, Shane McMahon comes out and Sami Zayn talks to him and says, "This is a different Kevin Owens. This is not the Kevin Owens that you're used to." And Shane says, "I know, I can deal with it. And we'll see if he can deal with it on Sunday, Hell in a Cell. It's going to be very, very interesting." But he comes out, and Owens and him have a back and forth. They call each other names, and then they go out and fight amongst the crowd, and in the concourse, in the concessions, and they add a Falls Count Anywhere stipulation to a Hell in a Cell match. Now, I'm a little discouraged by that because a Hell in a Cell match is in a cell. It's in a cage. It's supposed to be one-on-one. Nobody gets out of the cage. However, in the first one, they did get out of the cage a little bit. And, of course, in the Mankind Undertaker one, they definitely got out of the cage and flew on top of the cage. I don't know if I'd like to see the match end on top of the cage. I think Kevin Owens wouldn't do that well on top of the cage. But it'll be interesting anyway to just see what happens with Shane and Kevin Owens. That should be your main event match. It's the big one that they're pushing. So I'm hoping that Shinsuke Nakamura wins the title. The fans are happy, and then they can do the Hell in a Cell and not let the crowd just... The crowd will already be blown up, but they will just explode after this match. And it'll be great. So that's what I'm looking forward to is Hell in a Cell. They just have pushed this match between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens quite a bit. And it will be quite interesting. I want to see what happens. Now, somebody in the comments on Lords of Pain says that Zayn should turn heel. I don't know, but that would be a very interesting tag team. And they could actually try to run the gamut and be U.S. champion and world champion if Nakamura would win at Hell in a Cell. He could face off against Kevin Owens, and that would make sense. That would be smart booking. Then let Nakamura win and face off against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. That's what I would do if I was fantasy booking this. I really want to see where they're going with a lot of these angles. Hopefully they're going to where it makes them a lot of money and gets some people at their door, because a lot of people are not going to the matches anymore. Check that out if you have any questions. So this has been Scott with the Scott Show, doing it up. Smackdown Recap Show. I do want to give one last little message out to the family of Memphis wrestling legend Lance Russell. I want to thank Mr. Russell for everything he has given us entertainment-wise. And I am sorry to report that he has passed away. Jerry Lawler posted something, and some other people posted as well. Lance Russell was the voice of Memphis Wrestling, and he will definitely be missed. If you guys ever watch any of the old school wrestling clips, especially with Jerry Lawler in Memphis, Lance Russell was your guy. And he was quite an amazing announcer. So if you ever get a chance, and he brought Jerry Lawler to us, so God bless the life of Lance Russell, and condolences to his family. We tend to be saying that a lot. We're losing a lot of great people. You know, Tom Petty, the people in Vegas, Lance Russell. I think we do too many of these things. We need to stop losing so many great people in this world. But anyway, I did want to give that little message out to the peeps, and just say that I'm very sorry that to hear about Mr. Russell, as he was one of the best commentators of all time. He's right up there with Gordon Soley, Jim Ross, and everybody else. So anybody who you would consider great on announcing, he was awesome. So check out the Scott Show Primetime with Kyle. It was really funny. It's a little bit longer than 30 minutes. If you want to laugh, just click on any part of it, and you guys will get a big kick out of it. It was a lot of fun. Check out the Scott Show Wake Up Call in the morning. We're going to do that up, and I got a few more podcasts tonight that I'm going to do before I go to bed. So we will see you guys soon. And if you guys just check out the podcast here on the SmackDown and Raw, we will be doing Friday. We will be doing the No Mercy preview show. So check that out. That should be awesome. And then I think I might do an MLW recap show from their show, which happens on Thursday, Guild Nightclub. And it will be live 72 hours later on their network, which it will be Rich Bocchini and Tony Schiavone calling the action. So I'm excited to hear Tony Schiavone. You guys have a great night, and we'll catch you later.